Good morning, Peter here. During this season of Lent, we've been spending a good amount of time talking about forgiveness and reconciliation because these really are at the heart and the soul of the Christian gospel. I was intrigued, therefore, to find out that this past week we celebrated International Reconciliation Day. I don't know if you knew that was even a day, but apparently it is. And I think that's a good thing. Because when we engage in reconciliation, we move beyond disrupted relationships that are characterized by disharmony and even hatred, and we find a way to work together and to be reconciled, even through our differences, so that we can find a level of peace and harmony, and life can be so much more enjoyable and productive. And as I said, reconciliation is at the heart and the soul of the gospel. The Apostle Paul describes it this way in 2 Corinthians. Now all this is from God, who reconciled us to himself through Christ, and has given us the ministry of reconciliation. That is, in Christ, God was reconciling the world to himself, not counting their trespasses against them, and entrusting the message of reconciliation to us. A powerful word from Paul in which he lays out a basic understanding of the cross of Jesus Christ as the manner in which, or the means by which, God acted definitively in order to reconcile us to himself and extend an offering of forgiveness to everyone, and to begin again in a relationship which is characterized by grace and mercy. And that level of restored, reconciled relationship with God that we come to experience in the gospel is one that we model in our relationships with each other. And a ministry of reconciliation in Christ is something that we have to extend outward into the world around us. And so in honor of International Reconciliation Day, I lifted a few quotes. First, from Nelson Mandela. In the end, reconciliation is a spiritual process. It has to happen in the hearts and the minds of people. I think that quote invites us to reflect a little bit, particularly during this Holy Week, on how it is we have come to experience reconciliation with God in Christ, and what it might look like for us to internalize that reconciliation and then extend it outward into the relationships that we have in life. And then a quote from M. Scott Peck. The overall purpose of human communication is, or should be, reconciliation. It should ultimately serve to lower or remove the walls of misunderstanding which unduly separate us human beings, one from another. I think that quote invites all of us to think about how we're communicating today. How are we using our words ever and always in order to gain a greater degree of understanding and find ways to overcome those divisions and disagreements that we're naturally going to have with other people? How can we communicate in a way today that brings or facilitates reconciliation? And then finally, from Rick Warren. Emphasize reconciliation, not resolution. It is unrealistic to expect everyone to agree about everything. Reconciliation focuses on the relationship, while resolution focuses on the problem. When we focus on reconciliation, the problem loses its significance and often becomes irrelevant. So maybe think today as well about how you can honor and acknowledge some of those differences that exist in relationships that you have, but also how you can focus on the person and really strive to find ways in order to be reconciled with them personally, so that we can extend this ministry ever outward that we have come to know in Jesus Christ for the healing and the hope of humanity. So wherever your day takes you this day, this Maundy Thursday, I pray that you find occasion to grow and develop in your understanding of God's love and to share that love more fully in your world. Have a great day.